Okay. Well, thanks, Ember, for being on. I know you have a women's group tonight, so but you have some great tips to share with the group. So you developed 12 clients since the Healthy Holidays incentive started, and you really got to work starting beginning of October on that. Um, so tell us a little bit about what that looked like, your work throughout the month.
Well, at the beginning of October, I had an opportunity to go. I was invited by a friend of mine who is in a different, she sells Rodan and Fields, and she'd invited me to go to a new networking group of women that was starting in a nearby town, and it was going to be the first chapter in Texas. And so I'd never done anything like that. It had always been something I didn't know if it would turn into anything or not, but I went ahead and made arrangements for my son to have daycare, and I went with my friend Jamie to this networking group, and there were 15 women there, and of the 15, I was able to personally connect with 4 of them, and they are now my newest clients, and so it was definitely it was worth my time to go.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's a fun group of women. So it's not just like a chamber event or something like that. It's um, some great women really looking to make connections and stuff.
Yes, they're very women supporting women. It's a very positive group. That is sort of what their whole tagline is. It's all about positivity, helping women, that um, just supporting each other.
That's great. And and our offering obviously attracted what, 3 out of the 4 or all 4?
One of them was reaching out to me. She wanted, she's an essential oils rep, and she has a lot of people that come and want essential oils for medicinal purposes. And she said sometimes it's just a nutrition, something that they need nutrition wise. And so she was looking to refer to me. She wanted to hear what our program was about so that she could refer those clients on. The other 3 signed up on program because they have weight to lose, and they wanted to improve their habits of health.
Fantastic. So you got out there and made some new face-to-face connections. Um, what about your daily action steps? Like you were saying, every time you touched your business, you had a goal of doing what?
Yeah, I was trying to stretch myself and do something different that I've done before, and so I decided that every time I was working, I would have a personal goal to reach out to 10 new people. And I would look on Facebook to see, you can see the green dot if they're online or not. And I specifically tried to choose people that I knew were either online or had access to it mobilely, so that they would see the message. And, it's always kind of touch and go with the new instant messenger if they're going to see it or not. But I reached out to them with my then and now picture, with my story, and it's a very transparent story, and really just ending with, I am reaching out to you for referrals if there's anybody on your heart that you feel like my story resonates with, or does this speak to you, or does anyone come to mind? And I really ask at the end, would you be open-minded enough to consider learning more, or sending my name and information to someone that you think might benefit from this? And so every time I reached out to 10 people, I think usually between 3 and 5 would acknowledge the message. And I got a lot of congratulations, that's awesome. And, they're proud of me, they'll keep me in mind. And then of those, 1 or 2 asked for actual specific information on Take Shape. And that's when I ask if I can just have 5 minutes of their time to quickly tell them what Take Shape is about and what it's done for me.
It's awesome. Like what I really hear behind that is you're a professional. Like this is what you do, right? And I know you're a very smart and savvy businesswoman too. And so you were talking to these people, not like you were trying to get them to do anything, but you were just like, hey, like this is what I've chosen to do. And it's helped me have such a breakthrough in my own health. And you're really passionate about helping other people. So you kind of got out of your not, I don't even think you were in your own way, but I think there's some other coaches probably maybe listening who are in their own way thinking that people are going to be like, oh no, they think I'm trying to get them to do something. But for you, it's just a simple matter of this is what I want, and this is what I'm creating. And so you reached out to people.
Well, and it's funny because right before I would hit send, and I don't get shy about reaching, but that's not, I feel like, something that typically stands in my way. But even I had a little bit of trepidation hitting send, because my story is very transparent, and I am specifically reaching out to someone, but I just kept asking myself, what's the worst thing that can come from this? I mean, they can't see me. They're not going to scratch me. They're not going to call me names. And if they do, I'll never hear about it. So I had to really put it in perspective and realize that I have totally authentic, good intentions. And I really did want to just pay it forward. And if nothing else, get my name out there and my story out there, because that's how people are going to hear about it.
Awesome. Okay, and then the third thing you did was you offered, some incentives for your current clients, right? You want to talk a
Right.
little bit about that?
The clients of mine that are have had success and are enthusiastic and positive about program, I asked them if they would be willing to either share their story on Facebook or share my story on Facebook if they weren't comfortable posting their own before and after picture. I tried to choose people that are well connected and that have a good following, and that are social on social media. And I offered a $25 cash on account incentive as a thank you for doing that. Because I know everybody's posting something about something lately. And so I wanted to thank them for doing it. And so I had 2 or 3 that were willing to do it. And I generated some connections in a world that I wouldn't have otherwise crossed over into probably without that. So
Awesome. So that was kind of like some of your main focuses this month or last month as you were working. And then I know there's a lot, this idea is kind of going around in different circles of coaching, but you really took it on October 24th. You posted on Facebook, and I'm just going to share my screen so people can see what you posted. But they've probably seen it going around Facebook as well. But you kind of put your own spin on it and actually turned it into, because it was like kind of your call to action after all that work you did, right? So why don't you talk a little bit about this and your thought process behind it?
So I had seen, I follow several of the big leaders in Take Shape, and I often will go to their pages and kind of whatever jumps out off the page to me, what resonates with me. I usually take kind of a modge podge of all of them, and takes on a life of its own and becomes my own. So I had seen this on a version of this on somebody's page, and I realized that the timing was perfect with the holidays, and I think a lot of people get overwhelmed with the big picture. And for me, at least, kind of like the challenges, if it's a 30-day thing, I get excited, like I can commit to that. And so by saying I was looking for 5 people specifically who wanted to lose 10 or more pounds, which also was strategic wording, because I feel like everybody that I know of, I don't think I know anybody that wouldn't say that they had at least 5 pounds to lose. And so I think some people look at, if they are uneducated and don't know what we offer, they think they have to have tons and tons of weight to lose to benefit from this program. And so I think 10 pounds resonates with a lot of people. And then by saying I was looking for 5 specific people, to me, it generates a sense of urgency, a sense of, I want to be a part of this. There's these 5 coveted positions or spots that need to be filled. And it would make me take a second look for sure, and probably light a fire under me if I was, just on my own pace about it. But
And I think what was huge for you too is you stayed consistent. So like after you posted that one on the 24th, then you went and posted, then someone shared it for you and said, message Ember Brown.
Yeah.
Love that. And then, the next day you posted 3 spots remaining. So you showed there was some action, like people were taking you up on this offer.
Right, which then makes you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss out. And I also picked different pictures. I don't know if you noticed, but I picked different pictures because I think, again, I wanted to represent men. I wanted to represent women. Because I think a lot of people will, maybe men don't want to be a part of like something they feel like is just a women's weight loss group that we just dabble in. And so I try to put some inspirational quotes because, again, I'm a words person. And so there are certain things that speak louder to me than others. And so I tried to be strategic about that as well.
And then you followed it up with there there were one. So that really, like, I think it's just the consistency because you posted one time on Facebook, and I mean, I won't get on my soapbox about it, but Facebook, you're really playing bad odds, right? Like you're hoping that who's ever on Facebook will see the post, like that Facebook's going to decide to show it to them, and that 5 minutes when it's up and people are scrolling, like, I mean, if you have 1,000 friends, like what are the chances they're gonna, I mean, so you have to post multiple times, gets people's curiosity and stuff. So but all of that worked out really well for you, and congratulations
Thank
on,
you.
yeah, hitting executive director last month, and already taking care of the first 10 of the healthy holiday incentives. So you're well on your way to taking advantage of the whole offering. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Plans for the best.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, congratulations. You're
Yeah.
awesome. And I love working with you. And thanks for sharing everything. I think it'll be really helpful for people.
Yeah, you bet. Anytime.